What's up YouTube? How are you doing today? I'm Chana D, your Techno Dad, and in this video, I'm going to be unboxing the Panasonic UB9000 and comparing it to the Panasonic UB820. We're going to get into it right after the jump. Alright everyone, first I want to thank Robert at Value Electronics for sending this over for me to review. If you guys are interested in this player, I'll put a link in the description for you to call or email Robert about the UB9000. In the box we get a remote, a power cable, and the UB9000 itself. The first thing I noticed is the weight of this beast. It comes in at a whopping 17 pounds. On the front we have all the basic items: power, disc tray, LED display, eject button, transport controls, and a USB port. On the back we have a LAN port, 2 HDMI outputs, USB port, digital, optical, and coaxial audio outputs, 7.1 analog out, along with stereo, analog, balanced output via XLR, and unbalanced output via RCA. And on the far right we have the power port. Alright, let's get into a comparison and see if the UB9000 is worth the extra $500 over the UB820. Just holding the players, I can tell the UB9000 is built like a tank. The UB820 feels like a toy in comparison due to the amount of plastic used. Looking at the back panel of both players, I noticed right away the stereo, balanced, and unbalanced outputs. You also get an additional digital audio output in the form of coaxial. Another big difference on the audio side are the DACs used in each player. The UB820 has a 32-bit, 192 kHz DAC, whereas the UB9000 has a 32-bit, 768 kHz DAC. The numbers 192 kHz and 768 kHz refers to the number of samples per second taken from the digital audio file. With the combination of a higher end DAC and the balanced stereo outputs, the UB9000 is better suited for audio enthusiasts that demand a higher quality listening experience. As far as video processing, the UB9000 and the 820 are pretty much identical. They have the same menus, the same performance, and the same crappy looking app interface. Let's look at the HDR optimizer in both players to see if there's a noticeable difference. First, we need to go into settings and make sure the player is set to OLED. Here's a still from the movie Allied, and you can see the HDR optimizer on and off at the bottom of the screen. As you can see, the HDR optimizer does add way more color and the image is not as washed out when it's off. Looking at these side by side, they look the same to me. If you, however, notice a difference, let me know in the comments. Here are some stills from Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle from a 1080p Blu-ray. I set the players to upscale to 4K and not my TV. I'm gonna move on, but you can pause the video to compare. HDR support is the same on both players: HDR10, HDR10 Plus, Dolby Vision, and HLG HDR is supported through the YouTube app. Just like the UB820, the UB9000 will not play SACDs and DVD audio discs, nor will they play any MKVs with Atmos or BDMV folders. This could be a deal breaker for you, but I'm imagining that this doesn't apply to the vast majority of you out there. Alright, let's wrap this up. If you're in the market for a premium 4K player, the Panasonic UB9000 definitely fits the bill. With superior build quality and a high-end DAC, the UB9000 will please the most demanding audio enthusiasts. And for all you THX lovers out there, this is THX certified. As the video processing is the same on the UB820 and the UB9000, you're not going to see much difference visually. Now, if you have $500 that you really need to spend, it's burning a hole in your pocket, then definitely go for the UB9000. However, if you're only going to connect this player with the HDMI cable, meaning you're not going to use any of the analog outputs, then I would stick with the UB820. Now, for those that want just a higher quality, like built player, something that's going to last, then roll with the UB9000. I mean, that's what I would do if I already didn't have the Oppo 203. Now, if you have any questions for me about this or anything else, please leave them down in the comments below or hit me up on whichever social platform you like to use the most. Once again, big shout out to Robert from Value Electronics for sending this over for review. Thank you so much, buddy. I'll leave the links down in the description for you guys to check out the UB9000 and get on the waiting list, as I think he's the only one that's selling this at this time. Well, that's pretty much it for this video, you guys. If you liked it, please smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe to the channel using the button in the middle of your screen. Once again, my name is Chana D. I am your Techno Dad. I'll see you next time.